That's it. I'm a vlogger now. I am in the Adirondacks. This is the first time in my entire life that I have camped alone, completely alone. But I have quite a few trips planned this summer. This one was on a whim. I have been to this campground many, many times. My family came here when I was a kid, and this has always been one of my favorite places in the whole world. And to be completely honest, I've been having a hard time, and I needed a break, and I impulsively booked it, and here I am. Sorry, I'm out of breath. You think you're in shape until you have to do things, and then you don't feel in shape. But I'm walking down to the beach. I just got here. I want to walk around the lake before the sun goes down, so I gotta get hustling. And then I'll bring you back to the campsite and show you my setup. I'm pretty excited about it. There's absolutely no one out here. I am completely alone. Which maybe is what I needed. Just me and the mosquitoes. And this absolutely gorgeous view. This place means the world to me. And it just feels like home. And I needed a little bit of home. Oh. I want to talk to you about doing things alone. I've always been pretty independent. I've been a very independent woman my whole life. If anything, I err on the side of too independent. And that has caused me some problems in my life. But I kind of want to talk to you, especially my ladies. This applies to my gentlemen as well. You're not left out, but I'm a woman, so I can speak more to women than I can to men. You have to do things alone. You have to do things scared. You have to do things not completely prepared. Because if you don't, there's a chance you might never do it. And if it's something you really want in your life, you better go do it. Because life is shorter than we think it is. If you think about your life, I'm 33 years old. The average life expectancy is what? 75? 80? Which seems like a long time, but it's really not. Because if I think about my last 33 years, wow, that's gone fast. Life goes by in the blink of an eye. I'm walking down a very large hill right now. This is a little treacherous. Treacherous, serious talks with Sarah. Seems like a bad idea, but this is a very Sarah idea. So your time here on this earth is very short. You're only going to get so much time. Circumstances are never going to be perfect. Never. And you can apply this to whatever you want to. You can apply this to spending money. You can apply this to taking a job. You can apply this to a relationship if you want to. First fall. But as I was saying, apply that to whatever circumstance you're thinking about in your life. If I teach you anything, I want you to hear me. And I want you to hear me well. Live your life. Do everything you want to do. Even if someone else tells you it's insane. Don't listen to them. Other people don't know your life. Other people don't know you. Yeah, you have friends, you have family, you have people that love you, but they don't live your life. You make the decisions to make those people appeased if you want to. But at the end of our time on this earth, you're only going to be answering to yourself. Maybe your higher power, if that's what you believe in. Just do it. It is never too late to go after everything you've wanted in life. Never. I'm 33. I don't have any children. I don't have a home. I have an apartment. But I don't own a home anymore. I don't. Feeling a little. I want to say I'm feeling a little lost, but I'm not. I'm in this place of figuring it out. And some days, figuring it out is really, really hard. And then some days, it's really, really exciting. I think that's just life. And it's really a vulnerable thing to talk about and put on the internet. But I don't care. I'm not a perfect human. I never claimed to be. But each and every day, I'm doing better. By me. Going after everything I want. I'm doing it alone. I'm doing it scared. I'm doing it broke. But I'm doing it, so if I can do it, so can you. I used to come here as a kid, and I used to sit on this beach, and I used to wonder, I really did, if I would come back as an adult, and I have, many times, but I never thought it'd be quite like this. I don't mind being alone. I never really have. As a kid, I often spent hours alone, outdoors, playing pretend. As a teenager, I have fond memories of driving all alone in my car, with the radio turned up to deafening volumes. I think solitude is how I process whatever is going on in my head. I'm beyond blessed with a small circle of close friends and family who have held me above water these past few months. For them, I am eternally grateful. Now as I start to dip my toes in what this new life feels like, I'm finally feeling brave enough to jump, feet first, in my muddy hiking boots, straight into the next chapter. The first chapter. It took me a while to feel like I was really starting this new book of my life. But the spine of the new book has been cracked open, and I'm starting to write the chapters. Chapters full of adventure, fortune and misfortune, highs and lows, triumphs and mistakes. I'm going to make so many mistakes. I've already been making so many mistakes. But there's so much beauty in the wrong turns. Taking the wrong trail and ending up 4 miles from where you started, talking from possible experience. I'm so very grateful for all of you. I want to thank you for sticking around while I make these transitions. I love you more than you'll ever know. I'll tell you what I do need to get. I do need to get a lantern that's not daylight. I need like a moon lantern. It's a little better. It's dark. For this trip, I opted to just sleep in my car. I have an air mattress. You saw me set it up that fits in the back of my car, and I just fold down my seats, and it's just me, and I'm pretty little, so this is more than enough room, and honestly, it feels really safe. Like, I'm literally locked in a car. Like, I feel safe in the woods, but my first time solo, and it's one night. I don't want to set up an entire tent for one night. This was a really good idea. I'm really glad I did this. Just like pillow talk with Sarah. I also want to say that I'm choosing to go this alone. I have friends that would go camping with me, no doubt. And I will go camping with my friends. But I need to do some things alone. It's part of my healing journey. It's about 10:30 and I'm gonna get to bed because I want to get up early. Hopefully, the next clip you will see is me making coffee. Very, very early. Alright. Good night, guys. Sure, I'm the only one awake, and there's some people next to me. It's about 6:30. I just woke up, made some coffee, got myself dressed. I'm having half a PB&J and my black coffee for breakfast. And then I'm gonna go hike. It's a little cold today. Pretty cloudy and supposed to rain, but whatever. Success. the Atari. Boys of Summer always reminds me of this place. I used to listen to it on my CD player driving up here. I would put it in, copyright. So, I'm coming back over and over and over again for the rest of my life. No matter where I live, no matter who I'm with, whether it's just me, maybe I have a partner, maybe I have a kid, maybe I have a dog, maybe I bring my mom, just my mom. My dad can come too. I love my dad. It's a joke. It's for you, Dad. Maybe I bring my friends. Maybe it is a tradition that it's just me. Me and the loons in this beautiful lake. Just looking around at this place, it's like I have 33 years of memories. Like this bridge, I used to fish with my dad, and that lagoon behind me, we would always canoe. I would usually be with my mom or my grandparents. And I've talked before, I believe, how important my grandparents were to me. And we came here with a family, friends. I'm gonna head out of here. I don't want to go. But gotta keep it moving, right? I'll be back. I'll be all over these mountains for the rest of my life. The funny part about this campground, because it's not necessarily peak season yet, there was no one to check you in when I arrived. And the booth doesn't open until 9, and it's 8, so I checked in and checked out before I officially even checked in and checked out, so I paid, I promise. I had a reservation, I promise. I think I'm gonna stop at one of my most favorite places in the whole world because I'm here, and you should do things that make you happy. So, let's adventure. Was the only person in the parking lot, so I'm the first one to register. I know not everyone registers, but you should. Could save your life. So I think I might have the view at the top all to myself for a little bit. It's freaking exciting. Lucked out with the weather. It's supposed to rain a little later, which is why I think there's no one on this trail, because everyone's afraid they're gonna get stuck in the rain. I was blessed today. Jeez, come on! I made it. breakfast at my most favorite place in the whole world. It's just a little diner here. I've been going there since I was a little kid, and I got my favorite thing. It's not something I eat often because it's not great for me, but my favorite thing in the whole world are chocolate chip pancakes. I love chocolate, and chocolate chip pancakes have been something I've been eating since I was a little kid. And I can't tell you the last time I had chocolate chip pancakes. I got myself one, and then I had some eggs and stuff. After that, I decided I wanted to do another hike, so I did another summit trail around here. It was 7 miles, I think. It got pretty intense. I didn't film anything on my camera just because I didn't have the battery life,